We are going to start today's circuit off with our ramp. So let's do that right now. First thing I want you to do, just do something simple. We're all just kind of waking up. Let's just roll those ankles. Okay? We're going to do a little bit of up downs later on. We're going to do some shuttle runs and high knees. So let's just start from the bottom and work our way up, shall we? All right, let's switch sides. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, like 30 station circuit today. A whole lot of stations. I'm looking at the board. Good. All right, from here, let's just do some knee hugs. Remember when you do your knee hugs, the whole idea is get your knee up into your rib cage. Add a little pause, add a little hold. If you're not sure if you're doing it right, just watch one of us. Notice how Amber is doing the side view, just to show you that she doesn't lean down to get her knee. You bring your knee up, and then switch sides. Up, and then switch sides. Let's do a little open the gate, close the gate. So, up and out and in. I like to do all mine on one side. So I'll do 3 or 4 on one side, then I'll do 3 or 4 on the other. I'm gonna switch. Get that knee up and out. We're trying to get that femur out of your hip. The idea is that we're pushing it away from the midline, giving the hip room from all that sitting that we do nowadays. Do one more here. Perfect. Let's do a toe touch Y squat. So, shoulder width apart. Go down and touch your toes. Sit. Hands up, and then stand up. You can go a little bit faster like Amber and Drew, but don't go really fast. Come on up. Go back down. Toe touch. Sit and hold. Lift and hold, then come back up. Toe touch, sit, lift. Perfect. All right, let's do a few sweeps, and as we do, let's go through what we're going to do today. So we're going to start off with some windmills, right and left. Those are everybody's favorite. I can hear you groaning through the computer right now. I know how unhappy that makes so many people, but it is absolutely one of the best moves you can do, and you should do them regularly, so we'll teach that. Then we're going to do some kneeling squats, but while I read the rest, we're going to go to a wide stance and just do some side-to-side lunges. Then we're going to go through some shoulder mobility with some highs, Ys, and Ts. Get our heart rate up with some shuttle runs. Then we're going to do some WoodChops, get that core kicked into high gear. We're going to show you a couple versions there. Work on the glutes and the hips with some duck walks. Then we're going to go back to that core with some plank side stepping or just some planks. Then we're going to do some bird dogs, kind of open up those hips a little bit more, and then end with a good metabolic round of some up downs or burpees. So, Kelly's going to come and join us in just a second. We got Amber, we got Drew, we got me. We'll see you in a minute. Go grab all your stuff and let's get back to it. All right, good morning, everybody. Let's start with some windmills. So, first thing we got to remember about windmills is Drew is going to do it, so he's on screen. He's going to flare his right foot out a little bit. He's going to put his left hand up in the air, and then he's going to slide his arm down his leg. So that's what I want you guys to do at home. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. It's going to be 2 stations, 30 work, 12 rest. We're going to start with no weights, no bands, just warming up because it's the first move of the day. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Apparently Amber had some other things in mind. So, eyes up, hands up. Notice how the standing leg tries to stay late. Tries to stay straight. Easy for me to say. The side where you're going towards, that knee can bend a little bit. Notice how Drew has got his hands stacked over his shoulders. Amber is apparently just being defiant and sticking her butt right at you at home. And all of us will be keeping our weight on our heels. Now, I'm going to show you something else that you're going to watch while you do these from home. If you watch Amber, at no point does she come towards me. She's literally going down towards her foot. Everybody is working hard on sticking their butt straight back, okay? The leg that you stay posted out, meaning the side you're not moving down on, that is the leg that you should feel the biggest stretch with. You should feel a huge stretch right through your rib cage here. We're going to move to those kneeling squats. Now, if you don't have anything to kneel on or you don't like getting down and up, you're welcome to do regular squats. We're going to move there now. So Kelly's going to grab her pad. Amber's going to grab her pad. I'm teaching this round, so I'm going to jump in after this. All right, now, Drew is going to do the lunge version. Amber is going to do the straddle version. So the lunge version is where you step over your pad, then kneel down and come back up. Amber is straddling her pad and going down and up. In Amber's version, she's not coming up all the way. Drew is coming up to a full standing position. Kelly is working hard on driving her front heel through the ground. And this is something that as we age, we have challenges getting up and down off the floor. We're going to fix that right now. Again, first round, we're not doing a lot of weight. We're doing eyes, Ys, and T's. So don't get your bands. Don't get your water bottles. Don't get your weights. Just work through this. Now, everybody's going to hinge over. We're going to lift our arms straight up over our head. That creates the I. Then we're going to do Y like YMCA if you're in a wedding. And then we're going to do a T. I want you to notice that everybody here has got their thumbs pointed to the sky. At no point do we point our thumbs out to the side. Everything is going straight up. I want you to notice that when Drew is doing his T, which he'll do after this one, he's not going to hit me because he's going straight out to the side of his body. He's not going back towards his pockets. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, I don't know who's going to do one here, except I do know Drew's going to shuttle run because he's got the biggest gap. So, shuttle runs, high knees, jumping jacks, quick feet, something that's going to get your heart rate up, and you got to start right now. So there we go. It just depends on what the best move is for you. Now we're going to do some WoodChops next. We will need some toys for WoodChops. Amber will show a band WoodChop. Drew will show a weighted WoodChop. And I'll have Kelly show a sandbag WoodChop. So we'll go through a couple of different variations. 3, 2, 1. All right, so Drew's going to grab a weight, not too heavy. Amber's going to grab a light band. You can do it where she stands on one side and then puts the handle on the floor. Some of you might be strong enough to be able to do the whole thing. Now, notice it doesn't matter which side you go to. Kelly's being defiant this morning and not working with the group. Oh, now she's joining us. Notice how we get through this range of motion by adding a little pivot. Amber, using the band, doesn't have as much movement as, say, Kelly and Drew by adding their little mini squat. Now, this is a 2-station move, and I'm going to show something in the next round to make it a little bit more challenging. So, we're going to switch sides, so you now have to do the other side, and then make sure you have something to do a duck walk close by. All right, so what are some other things we want to pay attention to? As we lift the weight, as we lift the band, we want to stay out of our neck. So you don't want your shoulders going into your ears. The other thing is let's say you're at home and you don't have any toys at all, you can stand on one leg and kind of mimic the movement like a deadlift. So it just depends. If you play a racquetball sport, like pickleball, tennis, golf, this is a great exercise to throw into your routine to work on core stability. We're going to do some duck walks. Kelly's got some duck walk bands over there. Drew's going to use the actual duck walk bands. Amber is going to show right underneath that back. Right underneath that back. All right, so Amber is showing the band version. And she has got a lighter band, so she's able to bring her hands up to her shoulders. Drew is showing a step with a band, and he is working on keeping his band around his toes. You can do it around your ankles. It's not right or wrong. It just depends on what's easiest for you. We're going to go for another 5 seconds, and then we're going to have to get down on the floor. Okay? So we're going to get to a plank. Now, we're adding a little variety today by doing a plank side step. So you might see Drew or Amber or Kelly kind of get off screen a little bit. Amber is showing an easier version by just doing it up on a couch. So she's just doing a plank on a couch. She's adding a shoulder tap because she wants to get a little bit of a workout in. Drew and Kelly are literally doing a plank and walking sideways. So if you have a little bit of room in your house or in your yard, you're going to just take that plank and you're going to walk a couple steps to the right, a couple steps to the left. You want to keep your, you want to keep your butt still and not have it up too high. And now we're going to go to bird dogs. So we're going to get down back on our mats. Now we're going to be on all fours. So once we get onto all fours, we are going to ask Drew and Amber and Kelly to lift the opposite arm and the opposite leg. Now, there are different ways to make this harder, and we will show a couple of different ways to make this harder next round. If you have any trouble with lower backs, just use your arms. If you have any trouble with shoulders, just do your legs. If you want to make this a little bit harder, you can take your knees off the floor. So everybody should have options here. All right, we're going to hop up. Amber's going to be kind enough to show an up, down, or a burpee with a box. She's going to do the modified version. All right, all we do is to go down and up. Notice how they're all working really hard on keeping their chest up nice and high. When they go down, their eyes stay forward until they jump backwards. So you don't look at the ground. I should never see the top of Drew's ugly head. I should only see Drew's beautiful baby boy face. Stay on your heels until they jump back. I'm only saying that because his family is on this workout. All right, so that was round one. We're going to do 4 rounds today. I want you to take a quick water break, and I want you to come back, and we're going to show you some advanced moves on how to make each one of these harder. So get some water, make sure you have all your toys close by. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, round 2, we're going to go with windmills. So now, you might want to add a weight, you might want to add a band. If you're going to add a band, you're going to follow Amber. If you're going to add a weight, you're going to follow Kelly and Drew. We are going to start this round in 3, 2, 1. Now remember, you don't have to add anything. If you can't get all the way to the floor, you really have no business adding any weight or band work. The rules still stay the same. The standing leg stays straight, and the leg that you're going down towards, that can bend a little. Amber is stepping on the heel of with her heel on the band, and she's got one hand straight up overhead. The other handle is just flopping on the floor. All of them are sticking their butt straight back. Now, if you are challenged by this, you can always do the same thing on your knee, and then you don't have quite as far to go, and you can get some good range of motion work there. We have got the other side of the body. So whether you did your left side or your right side, just make sure you're working through, doing a good job. We're going to stick that butt straight back. We're going to keep those hands straight up overhead. Good. Everybody's going to do good work. Keep those shoulders stacked. Try and stay as if there's a wall behind you and a wall right in front of you, and you have to squeeze in between the 2 walls. We're going to do those squats now. All right? Now, somebody's going to add some weights. Some people are going to kneel. Some people are just going to do squats. It's whatever works for you. All right? So, let's go to it. You can do the lunge version, which we showed already. You can do the straddle version, which Amber showed last time. You can add weights, which Kelly and Amber are showing here. You can drive through that front heel or that side heel. But the idea is that the first part of your foot to strike the floor should be your heel, whether it's to the side of the mat or forwards. Remember, getting up and down is a privilege, and we have to work on it all the time. Eyes, Y's, and T's coming up. All right. So we've got some 3s, we've got some 1s, we've got some 5s, we've got a yellow band. When we do the yellow band, I'm going to have Drew use the yellow band. Okay. Now, this is not a move that needs a lot of weight. It shouldn't be a lot of weight. This is not a move that we have 15-count dumbbells. Okay? You are going to fight the urge to pull your shoulders into your ears. You're actually going to work on pushing your shoulders down towards your butt, especially when you're in the I position and the Y position. The T position, you're trying to pull it away from your spine. So we're going to do some shuttle runs and some high knees, and some jumping jacks and jump rope, whatever you want to do so that you can get your heart rate up. Okay? So whatever that feels like for you, let's do this. Kelly's got her jumping jacks going on. Amber's got those knees up with those long legs. Drew is giving you motion sickness as he comes towards the camera and then runs away. This is like 3D Drew. All right, let's go. We're halfway. Let's work hard. Do your best WoodChops again. I'm going to add a half kneeling one. So if you need to make it harder, you're going to watch Drew. Amber's going to stay with the band. Drew's going to grab a very light weight. 10 is perfect. We're going to have him face Kelly. He's going to get down now. He can stay on the floor and do a wood chop, just like that. Okay? So as he goes through, a little bit harder to twist, kind of have a little bit more solid grounding motion. However, if I asked him to raise his knee that's on the floor up just an inch, that changes the move exponentially. Okay? All of a sudden, the core stability, the legs, and the quads should be on fire. Kelly's adding a little bit of a squat into hers, and Amber is just pulling across with that band. Which version is the right version for you? So you can ramp it up. If you haven't gotten a lot of work done in the past few days, you need to try and choose the harder versions of everything we've got. If you've been joining us regularly and you've been working out daily, then you have the ability to just kind of make this more of a mobility workout. Something where you're kind of doing your body good. You're working on functional strength. The little muscles inside of your body that need to stay tight and strong so that we don't have lower back pain, we don't have neck pain, we don't have knee pain. That's how this workout can be viewed if you need to make it a little bit of a lighter workout. We're going to do some duck walks next. Okay? Now, really, if you don't have anything, you don't have a band or you don't have a resistance tube, really just kind of staying low, and that will kind of give you something similar. But hopefully you can pick up a band from your local store, or you can just order one online. As you do this, you want to kind of take big steps if it's possible. We never get upset if the band breaks. They're not very expensive, and it shows you're working really hard. Amber's getting nice and low and giving me that look that she gives me usually in round 2, which is, I hate this. We're going to do some plank side steps next. Plank side steps. So, if you are troubled by the side step portion, just do a plank. You do a plank on your elbows, you can do a push-up plank. You can do the couch version, which Amber is being kind enough to show right now. Good. She's actually moving on her couch, and you probably can't see that, as only Amber could show. Only Amber could figure that one out. Drew's getting splinters or rocks in his hands. I'm not sure what's going on there. And Kelly and Drew and Amber are working hard to not get in their necks. Stay out of your neck, stay out of your neck, stay out of your neck. All right, so now we're going to go to those bird dogs. So you're going to want to get your mat. Okay? All right. So I'm going to ask Drew on this version to show a different version of a bird dog. Everybody's on all fours, and we're alternating arms and legs. Okay? Now Kelly and Amber can do what they wish. I'm going to have Drew take his knees off the floor again, kind of like when we were doing this with the WoodChops. And what that does is that turns it into a bear crawl WoodChop. Notice how he's not able to go nearly as fast as Amber and Kelly, because he's got to stabilize his core right off the bat. Okay? And he's going to have a wider stance. Now this is another option if you need to ramp it up. Keep going, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to give Drew the opportunity to use the couch on these up arrows, give him a break because of how hard those bird dogs are. Everybody else can do whatever version that works for them. Remember, eyes forward as we jump back and get into position. Okay? Keep it up, work hard, do your best work right now. Move through this, stay down low. Okay? When you jump back, get into a perfectly straight body position. You want to make sure that your belly doesn't go down towards the floor and your butt doesn't go up towards the sky. We got 5 more seconds, so everybody should be able to get at least 1 more, maybe 2 more in. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. That was an awesome round. Notice how we've shown you a ton of things. The first 2 rounds are done. So you should pretty much know which version of every exercise you're going to do moving forward. From this point forward, I'm going to jump in and do a little bit of a workout. We'll let these guys teach a little bit. We're going to come back, start with windmills. Take a quick break, grab your water, grab your towel, and we'll see you in a second.
All right, everyone, welcome back. We're going to start round 3. We know the moves, time to get that work done. First one is windmills. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, come on. So, with these windmills, stand back here. to the side. Everyone's shoulders are stacked. Look at your hands the whole time, pushing your butt back, and your weight is on your heels. All three of them are doing a great job of looking at their hands. Try and go as far down as you can, just gliding down that leg. Come on, you got 3 seconds. 2, 1, good. Switching sides in about 10 seconds. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, come on. So that back leg, the one that you aren't gliding on, I want you to try and keep that as straight as possible. Try and just push your butt back and towards that side a little bit. You can bend the leg that you're going down. Try and reach for that ground. Try and go as far as you can. Remember the option that Bobby gave? You can also do this on your knee as well. Keep going. 5 seconds, keeping that core tight. And we'll give you 1 more. 2, and 1. Go, we're moving on to those kneeling squats. Now, if your knees are hurting because you're kneeling down, you can also just do regular squats as well. You can grab a weight. You can have your hands behind your head. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Good. Both Kelly and Bobby are doing the lunge one, where we're stepping in front, and then Amber's doing this straddle one, which is going nice and low. Staying low and squatting down and then getting her knees down. Keeping your chest up. Your weight is on your heels the whole time. I can balance a book on Bobby's head right now because he's staying so straight up. Come on, 5 more seconds. Add this eyes wide and tees. 2, and 1. Come on up, get rid of that mat. You can grab a light weight, or you can do this just without any weight. We're going 3, 2, 1. All 3 of their backs are staying nice and straight. Their shoulders are engaged. On the I and Y especially, they're pulling their shoulder blades down towards their hips. Keep going. With that T, you're just going straight out from your body. You're not bringing it back. Thumbs stay up the whole time. You got 10 seconds. Squeezing those shoulder blades. Keeping that good form. 5 more seconds. And taking that break right now. Going into shuttle runs, high knees, jumping jacks, jump ropes. Whatever you have, do it.
You guys want to switch it up, or you guys want to stay flex?
Well, we can switch it.
2, 1, come on. Now we're going to have 3D Bobby for you. Amber's doing high knees. Kelly's rocking those squat jacks. Do what you can. This is where we're getting that heart rate up for the rest of the workout. Put yourselves right here. Even if it's just marching, if you're tired, just march. Give that fast little march. Come on, 10 more seconds. Bobby's keeping his chest up on those shuttles. Kelly's weight is on her heels. Amber's getting those knees up nice and fast. 3, 2, 1. Go into WoodChops. Bobby's going to show the kneeling one. Kelly will show the sandbag. Amber's going to show the band. And let's go. Good, so the biggest thing right here is trying to stay out of our shoulders the whole time. If you are standing, you have a dumbbell or a sandbag. Add that little pivot point to move through. Bobby raises his knee from that kneeling position. Makes that core stabilization a lot harder to do. He's going up and down a little bit. Squeezing that core, staying nice and straight up. 5 more seconds. Come on, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides.
Whew. So fun.
We love WoodChops.
We love WoodChops.
Love them. All right, other side. In 2, 1, come on. So if you have a band, Amber's keeping her arms nice and straight. Now she can't really pivot like Kelly is doing so, but she's trying to get as far over as she can without getting up in her neck. Bobby is breathing really hard. I want you to exhale every time you go up. It's going to help you get that weight up. Keep going, everyone. Less than 10 seconds. You got 5, 4, 3, 1 more, 2, and 1. Good, now we're moving on to those dump blocks. Grab your dump block band, grab your big band if you have one. If you don't have any, staying nice and low and doing it in a squat. Let's go, come on. So you want to try to keep that band all over your toes. Kelly is adding a little variety by going forward and backwards in a little diagonal motion.
Of course she is.
Yeah. I think Bobby's getting a little competitive with that one though. Everyone's keeping their chest up and their toes are trying to stay as forward as possible. 10 seconds, come on. And we're taking those big steps. It's okay if you break the band, come on. You got 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to drop down to the ground for a plank side step. On your count, you can just do a regular plank as well. And let's go. So Amber is walking around her couch, back and forth. Both Bobby and Kelly are keeping their backs flat. Glutes squeeze the whole time and just going side to side. No matter what you're doing, your hands are staying right below your shoulders. Everything is staying nice and tight, and you are pulling those shoulder blades down towards your hips. Keep going. 5 seconds. Those last few steps. 2, 1. Good. We're going to stay down there and do bird dogs. So grab your mat if you have one. Got 2 more of this third round. Let's go with 2, 1. Come on. Good. So they're all driving their heels back. Their thumbs are staying up when they're doing that bird dog. When they're extending their arms. You can make it harder by going off of your knees. And Amber wants to try that one. And having a little bit wider of a stance. It'll take a little bit longer than Bobby and Kelly to do, but you got less than 10 seconds. Keep going. 5 more seconds, keep that back nice and flat. 2, 1. All right, trying to finish it off with our up downs.
Kelly, you get the couch.
Couch it is.
We're going in 2, 1. Last one, come on. So emphasize squatting down before you kick your feet back. I want to be able to see that logo on your chest before you go all the way down. Once your hands hit the ground, then you kick those feet back. Nice job. When you kick those feet back, you want to go to that plank position. Make sure that your belly doesn't drop too far to the ground. Less than 10 seconds. Keep pushing. Almost there. Let's get one more. 3, 2, 1. Woo. That is, of course. That is round 3, everyone. We have one more round with Amber. Go get some water. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Now we're getting ready for round 4, starting off with those windmills. Adding weight or a band or just body weight to make this more of a mobility move. For the last time in 3.
Come on, Amber, the Rocky song is on. We're gonna do this to Rocky. We gotta go.
Hands stay stacked over that shoulder, and that hand that's above your head is in line with the toe that's pointed forward. That other hand just glides down that leg as you push those hips back. Imagine you're stuck between 2 plates of glass.
I'm stuck between something.
As you can. Driving through those heels as you shoot back up. A few more seconds and we'll switch to the other side. Remember, you don't need weight to do this. This is just a really awesome mobility move, but the weight definitely makes this more challenging.
More
There
awesome.
we go. It's back. Awesome job. Everybody's doing a great job of keeping that hand stacked over that shoulder. Notice how their gaze does not avert from the weight that's up towards the ceiling.
I can't tell if Kelly's flirting with me or she's pissed at me because she keeps hitting her butt in my face.
Why not both?
There we go.
I'm
Almost
flirting.
done on this side.
Only a girl would say I'm flirty and pissed off at the same time.
Feeling squats up next.
Amber, which one did you do?
I did this.
Oh, sideways. Right, got it.
If you're not into the kneeling lunge, you can just do some regular squats. Kelly and Drew are both doing the lunge version, and they're keeping that knee stacked over that ankle the whole time. Notice how everybody's keeping their chest up, dropping those hips. We're not bending forward. Keeping our hips tucked under, our core nice and strong. Space between those shoulders and forward at the hips, keeping a nice flat back. Notice how head, mid back, and butt are all in one nice line. Hips are pushing back. Feeling a slight stretch in those hamstrings. And keeping those shoulders nice and down. Using that exhale to bring those arms up. Eyes wide and teased. Awesome mobility move, especially for the type of hunched over life you've been living lately.
Woo!
Now we're doing high knees or shuttle run, getting our heart rate up. Don't know, I'm going to need to make some space here. It's going to be in the way of everybody. 3D Drew coming at you for the last time. Kelly's doing an awesome job of getting her heart rate up with those jumping jacks. Last time, keeping that heart rate nice and high. Halfway done, let's go. Keep that chest up. Awesome job. 10 seconds. After this, we have those WoodChops. Finish strong. Almost done. Last little bit right here. Woo-hoo. Now that is over with.
Your reward is WoodChops.
Yes, for the last time. Lots of options with this one.
Promises, promises.
Kelly's showing the sandbag version, pivoting that outside foot as she rotates to the other shoulder. Everybody's doing an awesome job of keeping their chest high. Shoulders melt down their back. Using that exhale as you bring that weight from one pocket to the opposite shoulder. Get up, almost done. Get ready to switch. We want to keep good form with this one. If you need to bring the weight to your chest first and then press out, that's also an option. Here we go. Remember, you can make this version a lot harder by lifting up that back knee if you wanted to. Drew doesn't want to apparently, but that's okay.
He wants to.
With all his heart, I'm
I
sure.
didn't even it out, but I didn't join the other
Oh,
one.
I see. Okay, fair enough.
So basically, you did a crappy version on the first side.
Almost done. Duck walks for the last time.
Woo!
Grab those bands. Bobby can bring the weight up to his shoulders. Not all bands can do that. Sometimes you have to keep it down at your hips. Getting nice and low, keeping those feet nice and wide, like a duck. If you don't have bands, you can still keep a wide stance and walk forward and back. Keeping that chest up. The knees are pushing out. We're not letting them collapse. Halfway done with this. Awesome job. 10 seconds left. Got those plank with the side step up next. Almost done. 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Whether this is on a couch or on the ground. Getting in plank position. Do you get the couch this time? Pushing the ground away from you. Hands stacked underneath the shoulder. Head, spine, and butt are in one nice line again. Body as straight as a plank. You can move those feet and those hands at the same time.
Get it? Straight as a plank.
You can balance some water on everybody's backs right now.
You're
Everybody's
walking
nice
some
and
like
low.
body.
Side stepping the plank. Now we have bird dogs for the last time.
Work.
Whether you're keeping those knees on the ground with some padding, or making it challenging for the last time by keeping those knees hovering over the ground. Your hips are staying nice and level, pushing the ground away. Using that exhale and squeezing that core to lift up opposite hand and opposite leg. Notice how everybody's leading the movement with their heel, not their toes. Awesome job. Keep it up. Almost done. Got those up downs, and then we're done with this workout.
Woo!
Good job. Last move. Who's getting the couch this time?
Kelly's getting the couch, I guess.
Here we go. Dropping those hips, keeping those chests up. Then kicking those heels back. down position, then shoot back up, squat and stand. Awesome job, keep it up. Use that exhale. Stay low. 10 more seconds, we're almost done. Finish strong, yes you can. You can do one more, come on, let's go.
Woo!
Awesome job.
All right, everybody.
Good job, guys.
Woo. Well done. Good workout today. Got a lot of mobility in that workout. A lot of shoulder work to keep things loose. Keep those hips nice and loose. Remember, a lot of those moves are moves that we don't like. They're not fun, they're not sexy, but they're necessary. So if you struggle with some of those, like the eyes, wise, and tees, or the windmills, or the WoodChops, throw those in on days when we have a little extra time. We've got about 15 minutes left in the hour. If you want to do a little metabolic work, head on over to Metcon. If you want to head outside because you live in a place where it's beautiful out, get on outside. Promise me you'll stretch at the end for at least 3 to 5 minutes, and we promise to be here for you tomorrow. Drew, Amber, Kelly, thanks. We'll see you next time.
Have a great day, everyone. GG.